ridiculous, but true. Hat Picks! Hey everybody, Steve Dangle here, and welcome to another edition of Steve's Hat Picks, where we look at the best from around the NHL over the past week. And by the way, and I'll remind you again at the end of the video, people send us recommendations for hat picks and for dangets all the time. In that sense, you are all producer Drew, except less of an Avs fan and more tolerable. What? Don't edit any goofy stuff onto the screen, alright? So, going forward, please, when you send a tweet to myself or producer Drew, use hashtag #HatPicks so that it's easier for us to find hat picks. Now say, would you like to see some hat picks? Ooh, the Carolina Hurricanes. Always a slam dunk to be in these things. Tic-tac-toe.
Centering attempt. Settled down. Now back to the blue line. Chatfield. Svechnikov. Teravainen. They score! Oh, tic-tac-toe. Turbo.
And he didn't have tunnel vision to shoot this puck. Svechnikov has been a havoc on the forecheck so far in this game. And it would have been easy for Chatfield just to simplify and shoot it. Rolled his hands over, got it to Svechnikov, who puts it right in the wheelhouse, and Teravainen elevates and scores.
Ugh. All teams have their specialty. They have their thing that they do particularly well. Some teams get by with skills, some teams get by with brute force. The Hurricanes I would put more onto the skill side of things, but this is bullying. This is mean. This is how dare you. Won't someone think of the Oilers? The Carolina Hurricanes, apart from being one of the best teams in the NHL this season, have to be among the best passing teams. Watch them. They're connected in a way like the Sedins were, except it's like they're all related. What kind of tuplets is it if there's 25 of them? Who scored the goal? Who got the assist? Who cares? The goal on the board goes to the logo, and the Hurricanes are unreal. That's a hat pick. For our next hat pick, Am I reading this right? It's happening to the Oilers again?
Niemelainen with a strip down low. A clear ahead for Devin Short. And then a turnover and a quick chance in front. One-timer to score. And Florida has tied it.
For 7 years. This is off the face-off, though. And just a shot redirected inside position by Vetrano. So he gets inside on Bouchard. First opportunity, but then no looker. Watch this pass between the legs, bang, right into the slot. Lundell just funnels himself there, beats his check back to the net.
Ah! Is this the Oilers being bad or just prone to playing the best teams in the league? I mean, Carolina and now the Florida Panthers said this is pretty good. This is another team effort, unbelievable. In 3 parts. Sam Reinhart, the thievery to get the puck. Frank Vetrano getting the puck and putting it between 2 pairs of legs, including his own. And Lundell, all he's got to do is put it in the net. Generally speaking, when the Florida Panthers are in town, batten down the hatches and take the over. That's a hat pick. For our next hat pick, no. This does not involve the Edmonton Oilers. This involves a nifty assist from Mitch Marner, who has been on fire.
We've got a draft choice, a first rounder, another first rounder coming from Chicago. Here's Marner in front, scores! Michael Bunting on a spectacular assist from Mitch Marner.
Again, we talk so much about Auston Matthews and Marner, their little chemistry. Marner makes the defensive play, a little tap to Matthews, a tap back that allows Marner to get in alone. This is going to be a penalty here, but as he's falling, look at the last second. Just scoops that blade of his stick over. Watch him turn his wrists over here as he's falling to get it around the defenseman, and an easy tap in for Bunting.
Okay. I'm sorry, can we get a replay? Chris Cuthbert is calling this game, and I love Chris Cuthbert. I just want you to listen really close to his call on this one.
We've got a draft choice, a first rounder, another first rounder coming from Chicago. Here's Marner in front, scores! Michael Bunting on a spectacular assist from Mitch Marner.
Mr. Cuthbert, I made that sound too. Mitch Marner has been fantastic this season, and yeah, he's always put up points, but he hasn't put up points like this. He's had a different kind of dogged determination to him. The will that he puts into this pass, diving through the slot. And Michael Bunting, he's almost at 20 goals this season, the rookie goal-scoring leader, and his main strategy, it's a good one, put your stick on the ice! Because that's smart, because that's what you do when you play with Mitch Marner. What a feed. What a hat pick. We've had some incredible goals in the first few hat picks. Now we go to saves. And right here, we got a pair from Cal Peterson of the LA Kings. Watch this.
Opening period, 2-0 Kings. Turnover to Nelson. To the back, a shot, rockets wide, off the end boards, Beauvillier got to it, Peterson the stave, and a second man stop! Bellows with a wraparound, and Peterson got there in time!
Side, save here, but watch on a wraparound chance coming up. The backhand of the glove, I think, by Peterson. Yes, he comes with a backhand. So he sensed the danger. He didn't feel he could come over in a normal position going one way.
Right? You saw the first save and you're like, yeah, okay, that's pretty good, but it shouldn't be in hat picks. And then you saw the second one. Now, on one hand, it is fair to point out that the New York Islanders have not been able to buy a goal this season, but on this play, twice, Cal Peterson said card declined. First, he makes the desperation blocker save. Islanders maintain possession and they said, we've outsmarted him. Peterson spins on the spot and decides to make a glove save in the exact same spot. That is truly goofy. What a save and a second effort from Cal Peterson. That's a hat pick. And hey, you want to stick with the Kings? You want to stick with Kings saves? This time, here's Jonathan Quick with a King's ransom. Drew wrote that. He's very proud.
And the Bruins retake possession. McAvoy has room to step up. McAvoy to the back. No second cross. Shot doesn't get through. Wraparound chance. McAvoy out front. Quick kept it out twice. How did he do that?
At this point, because the Bruins had numerous chances from different angles. You'll see behind the net to the front. One right there, maybe Brillfoot. This one right there. Jonathan Quick's back is to the puck, and he found a way to get, watch, it's coming up here. He does spot it, and he did spot.
He meant to do that, right? Oh yeah, just ask him. He meant to do that. I gotta tell a Leaf story to provide context here. I know it's exhausting, but just remember the LA Kings beat them in the playoffs, so feel good about that. Years ago, when I briefly worked for MLSC, I was asked to put together a compilation of old Curtis Joseph Leaf saves. Now, at the time I did this, it had been about a decade since Curtis Joseph had played for the Leafs, so I knew the outcome of all the games. It still gave me heart palpitations. And this isn't a knock on Curtis Joseph because he would make the saves, but it was the style at the time, the late 90s, early 2000s, to be tremendously out of position and make the save anyway. Is that not exactly Jonathan Quick on this play? It's wild that in an era of big goalies, cookie cutter, they all play pretty much the same style. Tim Thomas and Jonathan Quick managed to win back-to-back Stanley Cups, where their style appeared to be, I don't know, get in the net and try to stop it. On this save, Jonathan Quick tried to stop it, and he did. That's a hat pick. When it comes to goals and when it comes to saves, they don't ask how, they ask how many. Which that's a lie, by the way. They absolutely ask how. But after. In the moment, it's great. For our next hat pick, another save from someone who's having one of the most truly bizarre seasons in the NHL that not enough people are paying attention to. Let's talk a little bit about Jeremy Swayman, a young goalie for the Boston Bruins. So, what do the Bruins do this summer? Well, first and foremost, Tuukka Rask is not going to start the season with them, like by a long shot. It's not even confirmed he's ever going to play again. So the Bruins go out and they spend big money on Linus Ullmark, who was a very good goalie for the Buffalo Sabres last year. And no one was good for the Buffalo Sabres last year except for him. And Sam Reinhart. He's gone too. The backup for Linus Ullmark is Jeremy Swayman. He was performing really well, like extremely well. He wasn't even really the backup. He was just basically the tandem goaltender. But because of how young he was, when the Bruins were able to bring back legendary, probably Hockey Hall of Fame goaltender Tuukka Rask, Swayman was the easy candidate to be sent back down to the minors. Now, it's not exactly fair. It definitely wasn't performance-based, but it is what it is. Obviously, Tuukka Rask tries to come back to the NHL, and ultimately he decides to call it quits. He's been playing hockey forever. He's achieved everything, and his body's been through a lot. He deserves that decision. But through all of that, Jeremy Swayman's back.
What a chance from Brent Burns. Meyer for Merkley. He'll get around DeBrusque. Merkley shoots. Swayman looks behind him. Where's the puck? It's still loose in front of the net. No whistle yet. Sharks have it. Chance for Hurdle.
And then the Sharks, what a job by Merkley. Just pulls it around the forechecker. This puck is in behind Swayman. It comes out the other side where Merkley grabs a hold of it right here. He's going to pull it back and gives an opportunity for Hurdle.
What? No. Show that again. I'm stuck between this is an amazing save and how didn't the Sharks score this? Show it again.
No whistle yet. Sharks have it. Chance for Hurdle. And Swayman made the save. Unbelievable stop by Jeremy Swayman.
How on earth? The San Jose Sharks put it on and they have a flurry in front. There's chaos, but the puck is loose. They have a calendar year to fire this thing past Jeremy Swayman, and they cannot do it because looky what I found. You know, development in this league can be such a precious thing. You have a guy in the NHL and then you send him down to the AHL and he loses his rhythm entirely. Nuh-uh, not here. That's fantastic from Swayman. That's a hat pick. Now for our next 2 hat picks, we do have saves, but they're not from goalies. Here's Mark Friedman.
Out comes Nyquist. He accelerates. Nyquist in the net. Wrist shot stopped on the rebound. Bamstrom is on the goal line. Kept out by Friedman. No miraculous play. Puck was on the line. On the goal line. Post. Skate. Nice job.
Okay, we need to come up with a name for that move because the puck goes off the post. It's trickling over the goal line slowly, ever so slowly. And then Friedman pulls off the nearly impossible reverse 5-hole anti-goal. We need a better name. It gets the point across. You all knew what I meant, but it's too long. It's a mouthful. Hockey is a game of inches, and I'm here to tell you that is a lie. You need to get a little bit more Canadian about it. Hockey is a game of centimeters and millimeters. That's a hat pick. And speaking of millimeters, how did Auston Matthews keep this out?
Here's Carlson trying to sift it through to the line. Is it in? And the official on the spot waves it off. The Leafs ice it, and that will require a review as close as the Caps can come without scoring.
Went through the deflection right off the back of the post. Now Mrazek can feel it off the back of him, but oh boy, puck's on edge. What a job by one arm for Matthews to just try to not pop it in. The puck is rolling. Can we see anything? No, that one doesn't go through. So combination.
Look who saves the goal.
Yeah, Matthews was on the doorstep, and instead of using 2 hands, he might not have been able to reach it there. He gets stretched out with one. Mrazek somehow doesn't knock that in with his glove. It's a close call, but because it's rolling there, the overhead didn't look like there was any white whatsoever. That was.
And there is the close-up, and there's still,
oh boy,
biting the line.
You know it's close when after the fact and after the ruling, people are still tweeting at you that they think it was in. Don't make me talk about the parallax! No one wants to talk about the parallax. Auston Matthews getting a lot of credit this season, and particularly over the past month, in the Hart conversation. Obviously, he's leading the league in goals. He's one of the best goal scorers in the league. He'll always be in the Rocket conversation, but you need to provide a little bit more to be called the MVP. Well, his face-offs have taken a step, but you're not going to win the Hart because of face-offs. It's got to be about your defensive play as well. I usually save this for Dangits, but if you're a goaltender, 10 the goal. Apparently it's if you're a Hearts candidate, 10 the goal. And like even the skill that goes into it, just the delicate one-handed drag off of the line, everything done with intention and care. It's unbelievable this thing doesn't go in. Auston Matthews. That's a hat pick. And that is it. Did we miss any? I'm kidding. That's not it. We do have one more. I just wanted to annoy Coyotes fans because I know it's been a tough few weeks. Listen, ownership aside, wondering where the heck they're going to play aside, the Coyotes have fans and they have players. And some of their players can do stuff like this. Here's Barrett Hayton.
Richie gives way for Barrett Hayton, who carries it through center.
Hayton over the line, right to the net.
Hayton, oh, what a goal! Barrett Hayton! Oh, that's one of the best we've seen in a long time. Barrett Hayton.
Look at this move right here. That is absolutely beautiful. Then he gets Comrie to bite as well. Little forehand, backhand, wide open cage.
That was Barrett Hayton, you said? He deked through the entire team. We're sure that's Barrett Hayton? That's not Connor McDavid. He even did it against the Jets. And right now you're thinking, Steve, McDavid actually did that against the Rangers. Yes, he did, but he also did that against the Jets. He's ridiculous. And so is Barrett Hayton. How is this? How? I think if you watch the replay, it can be best summed up as it was on the broadcast.
The celebration. And there's a couple jock straps hanging from the ceiling here at Gila River Arena. That is a thing of beauty, and that's going to be on every highlight reel around the league.
Gross. But true. That's a hat pick. So, what did you think of this week's edition of Steve's Hat Picks? Leave a comment in the comment box down below. And once again, if you have your own submissions for Steve's Hat Picks, use the hashtag what? Does your mouth ever just rebel and not work? Use the hashtag HatPicks and send it to either myself or producer Drew, and we'll do a better job. You can't yell at us anymore. If we miss something, it'll be your fault. That or it'll be extra our fault. I guess we'll see. For now, that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. Barrett Hayton. I'm telling you.